तो ये लाइव उससे चलेगा। अब जैसे hello everyone, so welcome to today's session. Are you able to hear me? Can I get a quick yes if you're able to hear me? Hello Balkrishna, hello Kushal, hi Shri. So yeah, just drop your highs. Let us wait a couple of minutes and then we are going to start. I think now you must be a lot habitual to see me on this channel, but yeah. Hi everyone. So glad to see so much turnout. I think it's Sunday as well today. Yeah. Now we do forget about the weekday and everything. So let us wait a couple of more minutes. Let the audience join, and then we are going to start. Okay. Today again we have a very great project for you. Okay, and we are going to create a content generation agentic AI. So in the last video, if you all attended, we also created an agent and we did that end to end. I also walk you through the course which we are going to basically start for agentic AI. In today as well, we are going to use a awesome framework, CrewAI. Very easy, very great results and everything. So I will show you like what exactly that is. And then Paul sir is also with us today. So he is going to walk you through all the projects, the code and everything. And towards the end, you will see that how awesome it is to build your agents which can create the content for you based on what all documents you are providing. Okay. Yes. So Malik, I'm going to share what exactly are the prerequisites. Okay, it's properly there. Don't worry. So just let more and more people join. Okay. So let me meanwhile try just few things out as well. I'm sharing my screen, everyone. So let me know if you're able to see the screen. I hope my screen is visible. Quick yes for the confirmation. And let me try to draw something. Yeah. So seems like I'm able to draw. Great. So yeah, I think we can get started. So I think this is not the right way. Yeah, this actually is another. Let us go on what we are going to learn today. And just to give you a basic idea, and then we are going to go towards the course. The very first thing, everyone. So we are having these sessions majorly to demonstrate how to get started with agentic AI, how you can create your agentic AI models based on the frameworks which are available to you. With of course, with coding is required, right? But with and we are also explaining you things. So if someone is very new, he wants to understand, okay, what exactly it is, then you are very welcome to take these sessions, and you will be able to then, if you follow that very nicely, you will be able to create your agents, and then of course, as you will go forward, you will be able to learn more and more and refine those agents as well. Okay. So we are covering framework by framework, and we are making sure that on the way we are making you code. Okay. So in the last few classes, Sunny took some test cases. Then today we have Paul sir who is going to teach you, as I said, using CrewAI, an awesome framework. Okay, for making your agents. I will also be taking some sessions in future so that you get that exposure, right? Because agentic AI, it's a very hot I would say term, very hot technology, which we will see getting more and more adapted in 2025. Okay, so cool. Let me actually just quickly go, and let me first tell a bit about myself. Hopefully, many of you must have seen me already. I am Mayank Agarwal. I am a graduate of NSIT Delhi. I previously have worked with companies like Oyo Rooms, Goldman Sachs, Mindintegral, and consulting for few startups. So my expertise majorly lies in software development and making or integrating AI into projects. So I also take batch for big data, where I'm teaching students about big data engineering. So majorly, like coming to myself, I also create content in the field of software development, DSA, and AI. Right, so you can follow me on my YouTube channel as well. I'm sharing the link, and please follow. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn as well. Right. So now that through where that you will get to know a little bit more about me. Now let us start, everyone. So first, sorry for that. First, I'm going to just cover a little bit about the course which we are bringing. Okay. So this course, because it's going to start, let me actually have one banner as well. One, just a second, everyone. Yeah. So cool. Yeah, I think we can get started. You will all be also seeing a banner. Okay, so if you are interested in joining the course, if you feel that it will be helpful, you can join us in this course. You can reach out to the number as well if you want some counseling. Our counseling team majorly we have made sure that we will not be sending you course, selling you course, right? We will try to understand and then advise that what can be right for you. For example, if you are a fresher, we will first advise to get you started with some Python, okay, either from some course, my channel, Fisher channel. We have a course on Python, then DSA, then machine learning. If you are someone who is working already on AI, then we may say that okay, agentic AI might be good for you. So with that in mind, we are bringing a course which is Agentic AI and Generative AI associate application with Cloud Bootcamp. Now you will see two very important terms here. The first being Agentic AI, that is making your agents right using AI, and Generative AI. So Agentic AI, of course, subset of your Gen AI, where we try to make agents. So these two terms you will be listening a lot from the last, I think, couple of years majorly, especially since chat gpt and Claude, and how the companies are adapting the same. Okay, so with that in mind, we are like bringing up this course, and it's also with cloud, so AWS and GCP. In the last class I also gave you a full overall walkthrough that about the syllabus and about with GCP platform as well, the Vertex AI. So this is the course, everyone. Okay. Now many people are asking for the prerequisites. So let me quickly jump to the course material. Okay. And let me scroll it down. So this is something which you can download from here. Let me first clear the prerequisite part and then we will come back to other things. Okay. So these are the prerequisites, everyone. As I mentioned, this is a generative AI and agentic AI course. We will not be teaching you programming, though. Please feel free. If you have done Python, you can revise it quickly from Chris's channel, from my channel, or from anywhere. Similarly, for NLP, we expect that you will have the idea about the basic libraries like NLTK, Spacey, text block, okay, for text processing and everything, and basic knowledge about Gen AI as well, right? So knowledge of Python, deep learning frameworks, okay, generative AI models like transformers, GANs, VAEs, along with, of course, data manipulation using NumPy and Pandas. So with respect to us, we feel that this course is perfect for anyone who is right now working in the industry, who wants to understand that, okay, how this Gen AI, agentic AI, they are transforming the needs of a company. Because recently you must also have heard that how Salesforce is saying they will be hiring less engineers because how they're able to automate their work. Similarly, in many projects which I have taken, I have successfully integrated AI into the life cycle of the project, which in some way reduces some dependency on the real engineer, right? So artificial intelligence in that way is, of course, taking over, right, everyone? So here, our main goal will be in this whole course is to make sure that we are able to help you catch up, actually make you understand, and then also make you some projects on cloud so that you get a real industry relevant experience. As you can see in this course, you will learn to create agentic AI application using cutting edge frameworks, Langflow, something we used in the last class. CrewAI, we are going to use today, LangGraph, AutoGen. We are going to guide you through multiple end-to-end projects as well. Okay, so we are making an in works of creating real world and state of the art projects as well. So right now you will see today the content generation one. Similarly, we are trying to come up with projects which can be deployed and actually be used in companies, right? So and make sure, yes, we will make sure that they are on cloud as well. So no local experience. You will be doing that directly on cloud so that you get that exposure which is required, right? So this is all the features. I will go through this details tables in a bit. Dashboard access will be for 1.5 years, not one. So after a lot of requests, we have just made it to 1.5 years. Okay. Community chat forum. So you will be, once you enroll, you will be given a proper dashboard where you will have all your peers. You can connect with them. Easy thing, right? Not we have made sure that we are not making it a lot complex. No. Then you have live doubt clearing after the sessions. You have the hackathons which are with rewards, job reference. So when, like, see, all of us, all the mentors, Krish sir, we have a very good network. If any of the companies reach out to us for any job request, we will surely be happy. For people who are doing pretty great in the projects, we will be happy to refer you. And then of course resume discussion and mock interviews. You can reach out to this number. The same number I think is in the bottom. And yeah, have your doubts clear. Let me now take up some Q&A and then we will jump to the syllabus. Are you also planning to add Azure? No, Kavita, not as of now. Though, if possible, I will see, but I cannot. I'm not committing as of now, because my understanding is, and I'm taking the same route in the big data as well, which I'm teaching, that if you understand the basic and few properties of cloud properly, then you can work on a parallel cloud as well. So, for example, if you know Google or AWS properly, Azure will not be difficult to get. So, instead of just touch base on technologies just for the namesake, I think it makes a lot of sense to go in deep into a particular technology, right? So, with that in mind, we will try if we can add projects, but as of now, it is not in the course. Okay. How will the doubts get cleared during the course? Animesh, so all the mentors, majorly, I will also be part of this course. We sit back, we have the community forum, you will get our emails. We will sit after the session and clear your doubts, talk to you. Okay, so normally I teach for 3 hours and take doubts for 1.5 to 2 hours. So you can just imagine, I think in that doubts will get clear, right? So I sit till the last doubt, okay, till all the people who have doubts, their doubts are cleared, and then we leave the class. So that is why we have written it live doubt clearing after session. We will not just teach you and run away. Okay. And believe me, that is the best. I don't think you will find anything else there. Okay. Are we building anything today or just course promotion? Ajay Deval, it is not course promotion as such. As I said, our aim is not to just sell you in that way. Okay. If we would just have to sell the course, it would have been 45,000 as well. So yeah, I think it will be better to say it that we are making people aware of the course, right? Where is the program link? Martin, on LinkedIn, you will not be able to see it. I have shared it. If you can go on YouTube, you will find the same. Okay. Great. Yes, Andy will cover on the project, so don't worry. Prerequisites for Agentic AI course I'm messaging on WhatsApp number. Malik, extremely sorry for that. I think your prerequisites are clear. Okay. Prerequisites, which please the app in which language, a mobile app or web. Bright grade, if you're asking for the dashboard where it will be, it is going to be a web app. Like you can just access it using web. It is going to be krishnayakacademy.com only. But no mobile, honestly, because I want that you study this and teach like code side by side when you see the recordings. So yeah. Malik, I think we have covered on that as well. I think these were the things. Prerequisites, I think, are done. Many questions are prerequisites somehow. Vishnu, if you know the basics of Python, I will suggest that you first go through NLP and other things as well before joining the course. Right? It won't make sense just with Python basics. You are trying to join and learn about these things. Okay. One thing more, everyone. When I say that course dashboard is for 1.5 years, that means that all the class recording you will be having for 1.5 years. Okay. Can a project be on AWS or not? Yes, it can be from AWS. Okay. Great, Rajavel. Glad to see. Hopefully, can we know the timings of the course? It is 3 to 6, Shri. So it is written here. Krish Academy portal, I will just get it updated. No worries. It is 3 to 6. Okay. Great. Project will be on AWS. Yes, that is what we have mentioned. If I miss joining, yes, you can see the recordings of you. That is not a problem. And I think I forget to answer one question. The person who was asking for the course promotion, Ajay, yes. So Ajay, we are going to create an end-to-end project using CrewAI. In the last video as well, the sessions was till 10 p.m. right? So we were teaching each and everything. So yeah, I think if you will stay back, you will have lots to learn for free only. Great. Now please start. No time to waste. Yes, exactly. That's why I'm asking your question without even going to the course syllabus. No Azure as of now. I have told already. Can we download the recordings? No SK. No. Like for real, no. And what will you do even after downloading the recordings? Exactly. They will be DRM projected, so just study from them. No, you can see them as much time as you want, right? Yes, Martin, you should be able to join from Denmark. Just go to this link, and I think it will just change the currency to euro or thing. I don't think we have taken like PPP into consideration. You will just get that. Yes, Sean, there will be things. So yeah, I think let us now jump to the projects. Sorry, jump to the course overview. So paid like see everyone once. Agentic AI with Gen AI with cloud. Okay, so AWS and Google Cloud. Now, the course designed for AI enthusiasts and professionals. 1 minute. This is the laser. Which eager to dive into the world of agentic AI and NLP, you will gain hands-on experience in building, mastering NLP techniques, developing agentic machine framework, and state-of-the-art Gen AI solutions. Right. So again, you can go through these learning objectives. Each and every class, I will make sure that I'm just covering on the major topic. The very first class which we took, you can see the same on the live. I went through in deep of each and everything. Now, in the next 5 minutes, we will be just making sure that we go to that. Let me just remove this comment. 1 minute. It's taking a lot of space. Though Goku is seeming nice, but yeah. Okay, cool everyone. So again, if I go back to each and every topic here, you will be taking a lot of time. We will be taking a lot of time. So what I will suggest is instead either see the recordings where we have in the live, like live panel of Krishna channel, you will see the recordings of the live session we have previously took. So there you can see, like we have went properly deep into these things, all the projects. Now I'm just going to teach and study, like move forward. These are the course instructor, Mayank Agarwal, that is me, senior level engineer. I'm again sharing my LinkedIn so that if any one of you have any doubts, feel free to ping me on LinkedIn. Okay, sharing YouTube as well, so you can follow me there. I make content in the field of programming, Python, big data, machine learning, AI, right? All the things which I've done in my professional journey. Then Krish Nayak. Okay, so Krish Nayak, hopefully you all will be knowing him. You are on his channels only. Then Sunny Savita. Okay, he's a Gen AI engineer at PwC. And Surangshu Paul. So he's a senior data scientist associated with many companies, iNeuron, PW Skills. And Paul sir will be joining in just a bit, and he will be taking your today's session where he will make you build a agent for content generation using CrewAI framework. Okay, great. So Rishabh, what you can do, there is a 10% discount coupon running. Just maybe either reach out to this number or fill in that form, right? So Ishan, I think you are also there. Can you fill out the form as well if possible? Can you just give the Zoom ID? Okay. Yakeshwaram, we are going to start with the course. So if you feel that you can cover the same within, let's say, at most 2 months of us starting, then you can maybe purchase it. I'm not really sure. See, there are limited seats. That's the very first thing. So again, if you don't know the basics, and please don't spam Yokeshwaram. I think not required spamming. I'm taking the questions, right? Please don't spam. So yeah, again, there are limited seats, right? Please try to go through these things. If you feel that you are done till we start the course, that is 25th Jan, or till the seats are remaining, for sure. Else, yeah, I will still see how I can teach you. But yes, that is what I will suggest. I will not force you to buy it and say that okay, you will cover it. No, but if you feel that you can cover it till we start, then you can join the course. Okay. So cool, everyone. Just going to read the headings and a little bit about what exactly is going to be covered. Agentic AI, right? Introduction to Agentic AI. Then Phi Data, Agentic AI framework. I think I touched upon and showed this in the last class as well. Then LangChain, a very important thing. Used it already. I have used it in the production use case in one of my company. So in Mindtickle, I created a project which was then getting used by Cisco and other giants, L&T as well, for your basically assignments and stuff. So no worries. LCEL, LangChain Expression Language. I'm just going through this. You can download this whole PDF from this link and go through the course. Okay. Shalabh, how many seats are remaining? I'm not checked the count actually. We take classes on Saturday, Sunday. Okay. But yeah, just see if you feel that. I think and many people last time were complaining about the price. I'm not really sure why. Like, see, somehow we have this vision that we want to provide at a very affordable price. Like it's hardly 1,000 per month. Like if it will go for 4 to 5 months, it is way less than any course which you will find on internet. Like Gen AI, they are teaching for 80, 90,000. We all know that, right? Or either they are teaching you for 9 or 90 rupees, which is of no use. So we are teaching you actual things here by coding. You will get to understand the same as well, right? Everyone who is on LinkedIn, you will not be able to get the links. Please go back to YouTube, okay? Or in the post only you will see the link, okay? When I send anything here, you will not get that. Cool. Langsa for efficient AI deployment. So once you have created your models, your Gen AI applications, Agentic AI, how to serve them. So Langsa is for that. Then yeah, LangGraph. Next thing I was looking over. So that enables complex AI workflows to making those workflows, all these things in the LangGraph. Then next is your UX and human in the loop with LangGraph. Okay, so just going a step forward, making sure that you can understand the experience and majorly these things. Okay, human in the loop workflows. Then agentic RAG. Okay, so RAG, I think now many of you might be having an idea. Designing multi-agent system with LangGraph. Okay, so multi-agent systems we will be designing with LangGraph. Today also we will be making 2 agents if I'm not wrong. So I saw the project and everything. We will be bringing 2 agents as well today. CrewAI platform. So you will get an idea that what CrewAI is today in the class. So let me write it here. We will do a project of creating agents using CrewAI, right? So the idea is that, see, when we take these classes, if we would have no, like, if we require, like, we can just take these classes behind any paywall of 10, 15, 100 rupees. Our aim is that when we are teaching you through these free live classes, you can take the call. Like, if you're able to understand things, you can see that, okay, will this be helpful? You are able to make sense that, okay, why is this getting all the hype? Always make sure that along with hype, try to see what exactly it helps you to do. When you see the use cases, then you will understand why agentic AI is getting all the hype, where Nvidia CEO is saying that tech team will be the HRs, and Salesforce unfortunately is reducing the hiring. So that thing is very important. Okay, cool. Just I will come back to Q&As. Just give me a second. Okay, Langflow overview and setup, right? And then your Langflow, yeah, I think it is. So it is just all the topics. Okay. As I said, I'm not going a deep into this because then it will take easily an hour. Did that already in the live session we took before. We will focus more on building things today. Integration with third-party tools, again, very important. Once you have made your agents, when you have made your applications, how to integrate them via databases, APIs, all these things we will learn here. Then LangFuse, very important for LLM observability. So when you have made your LLMs, how will you observe them, monitor them? For all that, we have LangFuse. Metrics and monitorings in LangWatch. Okay. Langsmith. Okay. So again, covered already these things. I'm just reading out the topic. Introduction to AutoGen. Right. Then we have, this is getting covered. Yeah. End-to-end agentic AI projects. So in the end, you will see projects. AWS Cloud and Services for GenAI. We are going to teach you AWS properly. Introduction to AWS Cloud, Compute and Container Services. Bedrock. I think many of you will be aware of that, like service for model for basically your this thing for making your AI models and everything. Then SageMaker, very important thing. Something which I have been using since 2018. It was initially for machine learning and deep learning use cases. Now, of course, they have extended it for AI models as well. Then we have AWS Lambda, serverless computing. One more technology I have been using since 2018. Then API gateway, very important, how you will be actually serving your all the things or anything which you are making. Text summarization with AWS services, so some projects and everything. And I think yes, fine-tuning foundation models on custom data. So whenever you have a custom use case, how will you be fine-tuning the same thing? Fine-tuning is something again which we did in ML for deep learning. It was used a lot, and in models where we have so many knowledge already, how to fine-tune for a specific use case is very important. And I think, yeah, project on AWS, we are going to update. We are like still in talk and making sure that we are providing you the best projects. So we will update more about the projects in the same as well. Okay. Then GCP basics, introduction to Vertex AI. I think I covered this a little bit in the last video as well, last live session. That was day before yesterday. You can see that once. Gemini models with Vertex AI and Google AI Studio. So I showed you Gemini models. Then we will see the Google AI Studio. There was one more technology which Google has basically introduced. I forgot the name. So we'll see that as well. Then project in GCP. And yeah, I think we have projects all across on clouds and everything. So let me quickly now just go through again. This is the course we are taking, everyone. It's going to start from January 25th. Prerequisites are here. All the prerequisites, if you will see, they are here. Okay, a lot of scroll up. Yeah. So these are the prerequisites. Now I think it's stable. Okay. Not project Astra Martin. I will just reduce Astra Martin. Yeah. I will just search and show you that. We will just now quickly jump one last time. It's going to start from January 25th. 3 to 6 p.m. will be the classes. Duration 4 to 5 months. All the class you will get the recordings. Though I will highly suggest to see the live sessions. Attend it. Ask your questions. You will get the recordings for 1.5 years. But still, dashboard access, community chat forum, live doubt clearing after sessions, hackathon with rewards, job referrals, and resume discussion. More than what is required. Just go to this website once more and yeah, feel free to. Will this class be streamed live on YouTube? If you are asking about today's class, it is live on YouTube already. If you are talking about the class which we take as part of this course, no, they will not be streamed live. Why will we stream it live? We can make content, but yes, in the class there will be many questions. We will be making sure that everyone who joins has a great experience. You can also apply Krish 10. Hopefully the coupon is still valid. It has not been. Yes, so 10% discount. Please apply Krish 10 coupon and you will get that. Okay, so I think now let us also have Paul sir as well. He is waiting. If anyone has any question, please feel free to reach out to me. I am sharing my socials. Do you have any hiring partners? We are in talk with them, Shimanshu. So as we are building and taking these courses, so many individuals and companies do reach out, but we are in process of formalizing the process as well. Okay. Azure, I have covered already that we are, as of now, it is not included. Our philosophy is to understand things in depth than to just touch base on things. Okay. No, it will be hands-on project, Hamil. We are going to cover project today as well. Paul sir, I think, hi everyone. So I think we have Paul sir as well. Let me just remove the screen share. Yeah. So we will be doing a project today. Paul sir, maybe if you can help tell people what project we are doing today.
Yes, so hello everyone. My name is Sarang Pal. Okay, and today we'll be discussing about an content generation project. Okay, with CrewAI, and very specifically, like we'll be talking a little bit about Agentic AI also. I will give you a brief about the introduction of CrewAI, how to work because the programming language will be Python only. So it will be completely based on Python, and the framework we'll be using on which is on top of CrewAI, which is very easy. We'll be using some free APIs for now in this class, okay, that you can also easily access, like Chat GPT will be one of them, and the other one will be the Serper. I'll be showing you all those things step by step. So, and I will give you a brief architecture also, okay, by a complete diagram. So, what things are going and how the complete orchestration is done by CrewAI. So, just a brief. So, I think Mike, once you are done, then I can continue.
Yes, sure, sir. So yeah, everyone, I think that was all. I think I have taken the doubts. Which IDs will be covered? If I get the IDs right, I think we will be using VS Code if you meant that by
Yes, today
IDs.
also I will be using VS Code.
If like that doesn't make sense, you have to write code. You can write the code using Vim as well. What is the meaning of dashboard access? So Amrin, the dashboard access means that when you will be buying the course, we will be providing you with a proper website where you can go, you can log in, then you will see the videos, the previous videos, everything. You will have a community forum. So I can maybe just let me try if I can show you that for just a second. Let me try if I can show you that for your this thing. 1 minute. Let me just open it. Just a second. Let me show you that. So it's normally easy for you to understand, right? 1 minute, everyone. So see, everyone. So I'm sharing my screen back. Let me know if you're able to see it properly. Okay. Yeah. So yes, this is the kind of dashboard. So this is for the other batch which I'm taking. Like you will get all these things. See, we will be writing codes. We will be having videos, which we classes which we take. Okay, in that we will have resources. Q&As will be there, right? Similarly, you will have the whole chat thing. So this access you will have. This is what I mean by dashboard access. So for example, I took this class on 21st December. Now, again, if someone wants to revise the class, and please, these classes are not downloadable, they are DRM protected, so you will not be able to record as well. Okay. So, and don't even try, like, please don't waste time on that. Reach out to me and ask me, I will teach you again. Okay. So, this is how you can just see the classes again. You can go to resources, you can download the notes which I'm creating, any code which we will share with you, any assignments, any particular resource, all these will be there. Then there will be Q&A for with you to connect with your like, let's say, mentor or with your peers. Similarly, there is a feed and a proper chat forum as well where you can ask your doubts. So it is not, this is not the real chat forum. I cannot show that. I will have to log in via the student side. But yes, this is what we mean by dashboard access. Like, for example, this is how it is going in the big data program. You can see that how we have the classes. So you can see these classes as many times as you want, easily loadable. And yeah, okay. So here I'm just showing that how to use Google Cloud again for big data. So we are planning and making sure that everything is via cloud things only. Okay. So I think, yeah, everyone, that was majorly all. I don't see. Let me see. How do we work on hands-on project? Sai, you will get an idea for this today. Okay. We just hang on for the class. Currently, I'm working in mechanical. Okay. For any career related doubt, everyone, please come, just connect with me, like on LinkedIn or YouTube. I will be better able to help you. Okay, that I think will be better, because here I'm just taking related to the overall course and the field, right? So not career, because it will be taking everyone's time as well. From USA, you can join the time. Piyush, unfortunately, we will not be able to change. I think yes. So more or less, we are done with doubt. Thanks a lot, Paul sir, for the wait. I think everyone, you we can get started with this. So I will be answering your doubts in the background. Okay. Please feel free to now start with the project. And if you have any doubts, I have shared my LinkedIn and YouTube as well. Please try to reach me out. On my YouTube, you will find my email ID as well, and I will be more than happy to help you. Okay. So yeah, I think thanks a lot, Paul sir. I think we can start with the thing.
All right, so let me just start sharing. Yes, I hope my screen is visible.
Actually, a minute.
Yes, I think it's fine. All right, guys. So we'll be starting with CrewAI. Okay. So before that, let me talk briefly about Agentic AI. Little bit. Okay. Like what are the other frameworks that are available and why very specifically Agentic AI. Okay. Okay. So I hope you can see my screen. Okay. So right now I've just given a brief definition. Okay. As you can see, it's a subset of AI directly. Okay. So Agentic AI refers to a branch of AI. Okay, focused on creating autonomous software agents. Okay, now today also we'll be creating the same thing. Okay, we'll be creating agents. Okay, and when you can see here, it's simply written like autonomous. It means that they can take decisions. Okay, based on some type of constraints that you can provide. Okay, and they are totally independent or they can work as a team also. Okay, so that is one very good feature with respect to the agents. Like it can be a group of agents which can work together. There can be multiple hierarchies. Okay, like a sequential based hierarchy. Okay, or a long sequence, adaptive complex based hierarchies. Okay, so for now in today's class, we will be going through a very simple hierarchy where we will try to create only two agents. Okay, and I'll be talking about the architecture also. So as you can see here, it can make decisions. Okay, like today also I'll be giving some task to the agent. It means that one example of task that I can give is like search the internet. Okay, so this can be one task. Okay, now for that I have to use some type of tools. So agents and tools. So these two things will come to today. Okay, and today I'll be talking about so what are tools. Okay. So when I'm talking about tools, okay, they can be internal and external. So in Creo AI, there are many tools as well as in the other frameworks. When I'm talking with respect to LangGraph, AutoGen, okay, so they also have their internal tools. So generally, if I'm talking about the internal tools, so you can think about directly like LLMs. Okay, so as you know, it's pretty much hot right now. Okay, and people have been using LLMs and SLMs also. Okay, SLMs, small language model and large language model. So when I'm talking about tools with LLMs, it means that probably it can do integration with respect to like chat GPT. Okay, like anything with respect to OpenAI models, it can be Anthropic, it can be. Okay, similarly, there are a lot of models that you can work with, and even like locally, if I'm talking about, even it can work with Olama. Okay, so you can integrate CrewAI with Olama also and the other frameworks also. Okay, so right now with respect to the internal tools, but when I'm talking about, you have to look and search the internet. Okay, now those will be referred to as third-party tools. Okay, and today we will be doing the integration of third-party tools also. Okay, one of the most common one, which is Serper API. Okay, like to search Google, and if you want to get some results based on that. Okay, so Serper is there. Okay, today we will be using this tool also. So one internal tool that we'll be picking up. Okay, and the tool that we'll be picking up is basically the Chat GPT. Okay, and Serper. Other than that, like Tabile is also there with respect to third party tools I'm talking. Okay, it's a very famous one. Okay, again used with a lot of RAG applications. Okay, so like in last class Sunny has taken, okay, he showed about LangGraph. So there also Tabili can be integrated as well as Serper can also be integrated. Okay, so right now as you can see in today's class, so searching the internet will be one of the most important things, okay, with respect to Serper. So this is basically the tool that will be working. So right now, as you can see, AI-based systems will be creating autonomous agents which can take their own decisions. It can collaborate with any other agent also. If I'm talking about, I have built two agents. Okay, so let me take two agents. Agent one. Okay, so when I'm talking with respect to agent one, so it is doing some type of task like search the internet. Okay, search the internet. And then there is another agent two who will be performing some type of task. Okay, so let's take some type of task. Okay, so it has given some type of output with respect to the searches. Now it will try to do some type of analysis. Okay, and then generate content. Okay, so right now this is just an example that I am giving for multiple type of agents. So right now agent one will perform one task, then only agent two can do. So basically a sequential task if I'm talking about. Okay, and right now, so agent 2 is dependent. I can say that agent 2 is dependent on agent 1. If agent 1 is not searching the internet, then agent 2 cannot do the analysis. So there is a dependency among the agents that we are creating. Okay, so as we can see here in the statement only we have written. Okay, so it can create autonomous softwares, okay, and proactive decision making and collaboration. So collaboration was basically the dependency of one agent with another. Okay, so you can create a bunch of agents and you can connect together. Okay, it's very good. Okay, and today we'll be talking about that. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about CrewAI. I think CrewAI is important, and you guys need that because today we will be talking with respect to CrewAI. Okay, all right. So as you can see, so one of the most leading multi-agent platform. Okay, so similarly, there are others also. Okay, like LangGraph, very good. If I'm talking about the community is working very good. Then comes AutoGen from Microsoft. Okay, so that is also getting very famous. Now, coming to the multi-agent, as you can see, it has been used by many tech giants. Okay. So right now, the main thing that we want to focus on, look into the docs quickly so that you understand what is the architecture of CrewAI. Okay. So I will just go into the introduction part right now, okay, and I will just zoom into few of the things. So the first part that comes around, like, what is CrewAI? So it is an agentic AI framework which is used to build AI agents. Okay. So as you can see, autonomous AI agents. So even today we'll be building the same thing. Now, it will enable you to create AI teams where each agent has a specific role. Okay, role, it means that, for example, agent one, I am telling that the first agent will do some type of research and he will come with all the citations. Okay, then there will be another role, probably like after the researcher, there is some type of intern who is working with the researcher and he will finally publish a paper, okay, with respect to all the citations. So right now in today also, when I'll be creating the agent, I'll be giving very specific roles to the agent. Then comes tools. Tools, I have already told you, tools can be external or internal. So internal, like LLM based tools are there, and external tools when I am talking about, then we'll be talking about Serper. Okay, so let me just show you quickly Serper. Okay, and I think everybody knows about that. Okay, so this is basically the dashboard of Serper. Okay, and today just you can create an API. Okay, so if you want something like this, okay, so serpent.dev is the name. Um, one of the cheapest one, okay, and completely for free that you can do. Okay, the fastest and the cheapest Google search API. Because today I need, because for content, if I give one topic name, for example, generative AI, then probably on top of that, I need some type of web pages, okay, from where I will get the content. Once I get the content, then I'll be doing the analysis through another agent. That is the idea behind. Okay, so Serper today we'll be working with. Okay, so that is the third party tool. And goals. Okay, we'll be talking about goals and backstories in detail. Okay, to accomplish complex type of tasks. Now, the idea is that CrewAI helps in orchestration of these agents. Okay, it means that you can create many agents, and then how you want the behavior of the agents to be done. It can be interconnected, okay, or without any connections. It can be completely isolated agents also sometimes. Okay, so it depends upon the business use case what you will be doing. Now, just let me show you the most important part here. Okay, because today also we'll be talking about these things. The first things, the component or the high level architecture in CrewAI. The first thing comes is basically the crew. Okay, very important. The top level organization, it means that all the decision making that will be done is basically by the crew. You can see manages all the AI agents. Okay, it will look into all the workflows, and then finally ensures the collaboration is basically the connection, or basically the flow of information between two agents. Then comes deliver the outcomes, the final outcome that you will get. Okay, so that will be shown to you. Then the next thing that comes after crew. Okay, so this is the top level. Then the second top, if I'm talking about, which is basically AI agents. Now they will have some type of specific roles like researchers and writers. In today's case also we'll be taking some type of like research analyst job. Okay, and then I will give a prompt. Okay, so we will define some roles today also. Then designated tools, like this particular you AI agent can use which tool. It is not like that, like any agent can access any tool. You have to actually tell your agent you can only access this tool. So probably like in one of the agents I will be calling a LLM tool, and probably in another agent I'll be calling a Google search tool. Okay, or probably some type of web search tool that I can do. Okay, in this way we'll be giving the access of the tools to the agents very specific. Then can delegate task. Okay, now can delegate task, it simply means that, okay, it means the flow of information. It means that if you want one agent to pass out the information, okay, to the other agent, okay, so that can also be done. It means that agent 1 can control agent 2, or agent 2 can control agent 3. So similarly a single agent can control multiple agents and making autonomous decisions. Then comes process. So this is the workflow management. So today we'll be just looking into in very high level. And then come task, which is very important, because every agent will have some type of task. If I am telling my agent is a researcher, you know that the task is basically to do research on any type of topic. It can be with respect to like generative AI, okay, or with respect to agentic AI. It can be anything. But a researcher will do research on some type of topics, okay, or on the domain, I can say. So now these are the four important things, and you have to remember. Even I will be showing you later on. I will be doing the coding. Okay, but yes, so this is the high level structure, and this is how it works together. Okay, the crew organizes the overall operation. So this is the level one department. If I'm talking about the level two, okay, just like departments in an organization, if I'm talking, okay, so AI agents work on their specialized task. The process ensures smooth collaboration and the task get completed to achieve the goal. This is very simple process. Now things can be complicated, and I'll be showing you just to give you a high level idea. So for today, so let me talk little bit about the architecture. I think it is important to understand how the workflow will work. Okay, so just wait. Let me first get here. Okay, so oops, uh, I will just open my VS Code. Okay, so I will just make the font little bit bigger. Yes. And okay. All right. Now let's talk about today's architecture. Okay, so your content generation. So here I'll be talking about the architecture. So right now, the first thing is total number of agents that I have. Okay, so total agents that I have is two. Okay, so the first agent is a researcher. Okay, so you can think about it can be any type of researcher. Okay, so content research. Okay, and then comes your content writer. Okay, so total number of agents are two. So one of them is basically a researcher and the content writer. Then I have total two tools for this task. Total tools again two. The first one will be our Serper API, which will do the web search for us. Okay, so Serper API. And the second tool that I'll be using, which is basically the LLM, okay, which is OpenAI. Okay, so one is an internal tool. So if I'm talking about this is an internal tool, okay, and this is an external Serper, which is basically a third-party integrated tool with freeware. Okay, so two agents, two tools, very important. One. Now let's talk about the workflow of the application. Okay, so the first thing that I'll be writing, okay, so it will be, so let me just take it here. So I will start with the tool part. Okay, so the first tool that comes around is web search. Okay, now web search will be performed by an agent. Okay, so I will just write it here as an agent. So this is our agent one. Okay, and agent one is basically a research analyst. Okay, so the flow of information will be from the tool. Okay, in both the directions the information will flow. Okay, it means that web search is a tool. Okay, now the agent can access the tool, so the flow of information will be in both of the directions. Then the next thing that comes around is with respect to our agent 2. Our agent 2. Okay, so here what I will do again, so this is a content writer, our agent 2, who is a content writer. Okay, he will take the output of the web search and then he will do the analysis. Okay, so from here, this particular information from agent 1 will be passed to agent 2. Now agent 2 will take that information, which is basically the output of agent 1. Okay, and he will try to work on top of that content. Okay, so the content writer. And the next thing is, so the job of this agent is like, I will say like writing and editing for now. Okay, so writing and editing. Now the question comes, who will do the writing and editing? For sure, like I won't be doing it manually. Okay, now this will be taken care by the LLM. Okay, so that's why here I'll be just writing it LLM. I will give prompts to our LLM for better understanding, and here we'll be working with OpenAI. Okay. Now this is the high level overflow if I'm talking about. Okay, and finally from here you will be getting your output. So probably like whatever is the content that you have, this agent 2 will throw your output. Okay, so something like an output article I can say, because it will be creating some type of content with respect to blogs or anything that will be writing. So for now, so this is the high level architecture if I'm talking about. Okay, and this entire thing, the entire orchestration, that will be done by CrewAI. This entire orchestration. Okay, so all this processes, creating of the agents, creating of the task, creation of the roles, everything will be done through CrewAI, and all the orchestration that it will take part of. Okay, and finally the idea is that we will be building a Streamlit application also. First we will try to develop the core components. Okay, and then we will check it, and then finally we will try to integrate with a Streamlit. Okay, because the idea was to build it and to finally show you. So the final things will be like build um, Streamlit app. Okay, so that will be the final step. I think everybody is now familiar, okay, with respect to the architecture and what we are going to do today. Please let me know in the chat, guys. Yes, about the workflow, because the next thing is basically we will start with the coding part, and we'll be using Visual Studio only. Okay, and Python will be our language. Yes, and high level understanding. All right. So now the next thing. Okay, so let's get started with the code. So this is the one. I have one question. Yes, just ask your question in the chat. Okay, and I can take them. So the see today the idea is not to build very complex architectures. The idea was to build a multi-agent system and finally integrate it with Streamlit. The integration is easy. Okay, if you guys are familiar with Streamlit, okay, just few simple lines of code. So new, okay, so let me just open a new file. I will just write app.py. Okay, So this will be our main file and the other will be a Streamlit app. Okay. So is the second agent OpenAI or an AI agent that writes using OpenAI? Okay. So Priya, the question that you have, so we'll be using OpenAI to do that editing and writing. Okay, so for example, if agent one has given some type of content, okay, now the content needs to be verified. Like, what is the source of the content? So all those things, okay, it will be taken care by agent one. Then agent two will come. It will go to those sources and citations, and then it will actually verify. And whatever the thing it is required, okay, then using Chat GPT, we will try to do some type of, I will say, like a very specific instruction type of task where we'll try to summarize different type of content, and finally we will try to publish an article with all those source links. That is the idea. Okay, it means that when I'm telling that I'll be doing a web search, it means that I'll be taking all those source links and citations also for verification. Okay, so one will be a generic app and the other one will be a Streamlit app. Okay, Streamlit app.py. So two files I have created. uh, Now if I'm talking about the first one, so the first thing is, okay, we can create a simple environment. So let me just create for now. Okay, so right now you can see as this is my base environment. I will just quickly create one. Conda create hyphen n. I won't be keeping the environment directory right now in my current project directory. Okay, so demo python equal to, and you can see the Python version that I am using is 3.12. We can integrate it with Spring Boot. So you have to look into, because I have not worked with respect to Java, but it feels like yes, there are integrations with other programming languages also. So yes, you need to look into that, because I know like with respect to Autogen in Microsoft, it does have a support with respect to she has .NET language. Okay, so you need to look into that. Phi data is also a very similar framework. If I'm talking about, see, CrewAI, Phi data, LangGraph, okay, all these frameworks can be used to build agents. So if you remember in the last live session which Sunny took, he was using LangGraph. Okay, that was a different framework, and you know that the LangChain community, okay, has grown a lot. Okay, and many people are working with respect to LangGraph. Okay, so similarly in today's session we are taking CrewAI. So CrewAI is also used a lot. Okay, so as you can see here, Python 3.12 is basically the version. Okay, I will just zoom it much. 3.12. Okay, and then hyphen y. And let me just create the environment quickly. Okay, so yes. So this is the environment that I'll be using. And the Python version that I am using, guys, is 3.12. Okay, so crew demo. So everything is clear. Mm, all right. All right, guys. Now I will just create a requirement.txt file. As you know, that few requirements that we need for this particular class. Okay, for this project to be up and running. Okay, so one of them is CrewAI. Okay, then comes CrewAI tools. Okay, the second package. So see, CrewAI gives access to all the core packages, all the internal things that you can access to. But CrewAI tools give you access to third-party tools also, like Serper API that I'll be using. So for that, I'm using CrewAI tools. Then I need to read the .env file. For that, I need the Python .env. Okay, so the other package, okay, .env, and finally I need Streamlit. Okay, so only these four packages are required for today session. Nothing more than this. All right, so these two are the ones. Now I can start working with respect to the app. All right, let me just change the compiler if it has created. So crew demo. Crew demo, I'm just looking. All right, fine. So let's start with the first part of the application with the basic imports. All right. So right now the first thing is from CrewAI, I need to import few of the major modules. From CrewAI, import agent. Okay. Now I'll be talking with respect to agents in detail much more. Okay. So when I'll be writing about agents, okay, an agent will do some type of task. So that is the one, and all these things will be taken by the first level of hierarchy. If you remember in the documentation that I showed. Okay. So what is CrewAI? Okay. So all these things, the crew came, AI agents came, and tasks came. Okay. So these things that I'm importing. Now, Creo is the main one. And finally, I need the internal LLM integration. Okay, so this is basically an internal tool from CrewAI.com. Okay, so these four are the first imports that I have. And then I'll be working with the support dev tool. Okay, so from Crew AI tools. Okay, now with Crew AI, as I told you, I will be working with some third party tools also. Okay, so for that, I'm just importing, okay, the Serper Dev API. Serpo, okay, and then comes your dev tool. So this is basically a third party tool that I'll be using for now. Okay, and right now with respect to LLMs and Serper, for both of these things, I need two API keys. Okay, so API keys are required, guys. Very very important. So first of all, let me just create a .env file. .env. Okay, and our first variable, if I'm talking about, okay, so the first one is the OpenAI key that I'll be working with. Open AI API key. Okay. So OpenAI API key will be used by which agent? Basically, agent number two, who will be basically doing the editing and the writing of the final content. Okay, for the blog or the article, if I'm talking about. Okay, so the OpenAI key comes, and then the next API key that I require is basically from Serper API key. So Serper underscore API key. Okay. So now I think with respect to the APIs, okay. So directly from here, I can just copy, okay, this key, and I can paste it here in Serpo. Okay. And then comes the OpenAI one. Okay. So for me, I think the key is already there. I will just take my key and paste it here. Okay, so both the keys I have just pasted. Okay, now I will just show you how to get. So one is directly from serpent.dev/API key. Okay, so directly from this website that you can go into, okay, and directly you can do a sign up. So once you do the sign up, so it's completely free, nothing that you need. Okay, so you have to just do a sign up, just give your first name, okay, last name, your email, and then your password, and then you will get a verification mail in your account. Okay, you have to just do the verification and you are good to go. So directly you can start accessing the API. So once you get the dashboard, from this dashboard, you have to just click on API key. Okay. And directly you just need to copy this key and paste it here in the .env file. Similarly, with respect to OpenAI key also, I think everybody should be familiar working with respect to OpenAI key. Yes, I think I don't need to repeat that, guys. Yes or no? Yes or no? Please let me know in the chat. This session will be around 90 minutes, guys. Okay. Yes, I think everybody knows about how to create a chat GPT open. Okay, chat GPT OpenAI key. All right, if you don't know, I will just quickly show you. Okay, so chat GPT. Okay, so platform dot from here you can directly go. Okay, I think this account is not signed up, but okay, so few simple steps, direct Google login, and okay, I'm just giving any random information just to show you. Okay, so like Share. Okay, as you can see directly an API key can be generated, but I will just do this later for now. Okay, I will buy credits later. Okay. So from here you need to just go to the dashboard section where you can see here directly the dashboard section. Okay, so once you have opened this particular page, you just need to click on dashboard. Okay, from here need to go to this section of API keys. Okay, so the usage and API keys, you just need to click on this one. Okay, and you will get the option of creating new secrets. Okay, so just click on this. Okay, and you can simply write. Okay, so my test key, something like this. Okay, default project is fine, and just click on create. Okay, and directly you can just copy this. Okay, and you can paste it in the .env file, and you are good to go. Okay, so there won't be any type of problems. Yes, it's free, but it's limited. You have to understand that for this, I have selected ChatGPT. Probably I can go with Kuhar also, like Anthropic models. So those are also very good. Okay, so easily the LLM integrations can be changed. Okay, and right now, whatever thing that I am showing in this session is completely free. You guys can directly open Serper and OpenAI API keys, okay, for free. And for this demo, it will be more than enough. Okay. All right. It's a for Gemini. Yes, I know it's like not so much useful. Okay. But yes, it does the job, at least for today's session. Okay. Because I will be just showing you using a small change, you can change the LLM completely. Okay. So I think these two files are ready and I'm good to go to start working with my app. Yes, guys. I think everybody is fine. Yes, like I can use some type of other tools, but for now, like no auto completion that I'm using. Okay. All right, guys. So let's pick up the first part. Okay. So I will just start now building the agents. Okay. And once the agents are built, okay, then directly I will just pick up the next part. So the first thing that comes around is from env. Okay, because I need to load that env file. So directly I will just write .env and then import load underscore .env. Mm, Just wait. Once I update this particular environment, it will be better because the auto suggestions are not coming for me directly yet. All right. Now, .env. Okay. So the next package that I have, okay, is basically the first one. Okay. So load .env. Okay. All right. Now I will start basically writing about the first type of task and the agent that I'll be working with. Okay. So this part is important. So just focus on. So right now, when I'm doing the research, okay, so like agent one and agent two is there. Okay. According to the system that I have drawn. Okay. So the web search tool is there. Now you have to do web search on some type of topic. Okay. So it can be any type of topic or any type of domain. Okay. So I will be just writing here probably like the topic of the content. This will be the main thing at any point of time. We will make it dynamic later on, but I will just hard code it for now. Okay. So probably like medical. Okay. Uh, okay. Something like this that I have written here. Okay. Medical industry using generative AI. So this is just a simple topic that I have given. Okay. And now the next part is I'll be defining a tool. So what are the tools that I've defined? The LLM one. So this is the one that I'll be using in the next step. I will just write here LLM. Okay. And equal to I'll be calling this LLM class right now. Okay. So this is basically the LLM class that I have. And inside this, I just need to specify the model that I'll be using. Okay. So model is equal to, let's take something like ChatGPT 4. Okay. like it works good. Okay, so GPT hyphen 4. Okay, so I need to provide the double quote. Let me just add it here. Okay, so this is the LLM definition that I have given. Other than that, okay, if I show you the little bit with respect to the introduction, like with respect to agents, when I'm talking about, okay, LLMs, yeah. So right now you can see like the integration of LLMs has been given a lot of focus in CrewAI. So different type of models are available. You can see like Gemini is also available, guys. Okay, NVIDIA NIM is there. Okay, so any type of integrations that can be done. So right now I have just picked up one simple one from OpenAI, but you can do integration with others also. There is no problem at all. Okay, so many options are there. Now the question comes, how will be integrating the LLM in your code, okay, or when you will be building the application. So one is basically using the environment variable, okay, or there is an YAML configuration. So this particular configurations files are also widely used. Okay, so like many developers are using. So this is a better format, I will say. But for Python developers, I will say direct code. Okay. Now in the code part, when I'm showing you, you can directly see that one is basically the basic configuration that I have written. Okay. And then comes your advanced configuration with all the different arguments that you can test it. Okay, so probably like temperature is one of the most common one. The idea is more higher, more creative. Okay, then timeout is also there, max token. So all possible configuration. But for now, I'm not adding all those advanced configuration. I'm just keeping it as a basic simple one. Okay, all right. I've shown you the LLM class also. Okay, the next thing that comes is basically the next tool. So this is, if I talk about, this is our tool one. Okay, and then I'll be talking about our tool 2. Okay, and the tool 2 is basically the web search tool, if I'm talking about. Okay, now so search underscore tool equal to, okay, so this is basically the search tool, and I will be using the serper dev tool directly. Okay, serper dev tool. Okay, now as I'm calling this third party tool, okay, now here I need to give like how many search results that I want. So probably like if I give the number, okay, 10 for now. Okay, I can give it to any number of search result. Like I can make it 50, 60. Okay, but don't give a lot in one shot. Okay, rather than try to run it in a loop and then try to add it, it's a better approach. Uh, there should not be any type of timeout issues. So that's why I always try to go with lower numbers. Okay, but right now to do a research, I need multiple type of sources. So that's why at least for now I've given 10 sources. Okay, you can change this number. All right, so my two tools have been defined. Now my tools have been defined. Now the next thing that comes around is agent. I have to write my first agent. Okay, so I will be just writing about our agent one. So the first agent is basically it will be doing the research if I talk about. Okay, so something like a if I give the name a senior research, okay, analyst. Okay, so this is just a name that I am giving. Okay, and then simply I can call the agent class. Agent class, very, very important. This class, I'll be showing you the documentation also because we'll be using few parameters from here. Okay, so this is a senior research analyst that I have given. So this is basically the name of the agent that you can think about. Now I'll be coming to the actual role. Okay, so just I will pass here role. Okay, and in the role, I'll be giving the role of this agent. So when I'm talking about, so what will be the role? So senior research analyst. Okay, so this is the one that I've given. Okay, so I've defined the role for this agent. Then comes goal. What will be the goal for this agent? It means that finally, what will be the output? Okay, like what type of task it will be doing. So that we have to define. Okay, so next thing that comes is basically the goal. Okay. Now inside the goal, So it's a researcher. So for sure, it has to do like research, analysis. Okay. I can write something like this. Okay. The prompt is big. Right now, I'm just manually writing it. Okay. Later on, when it becomes bigger, I will directly copy paste because it's a small one. So it works good. So synthesize. Okay. It's like synthesize and comprehensive information on different types of topics. If I talk about. Okay. Now, these things are basically done. So let me just take this one. Okay, I will just take the complete sources. Just wait. Okay, so I'm doing some changes here. Okay, so if I make the font smaller, it will be better. Yeah. So right now, see, for the goal, what I have added here. Okay, so research, analyze, and synthesize comprehensive information on topic. So what is our topic? So like medical industry using generative AI. Okay, now this is basically the topic that it will try to search. So right now I have defined the task and it simply understands. So this is the, I can say, the job description for this particular agent for now. Now the next thing, once I have defined the goal, then comes backstory. Okay, so backstory. Okay, now all these things that I'll be showing you. Okay, just wait. Okay, so let me just go to this part. Okay, CrewAI. I will go to the agent section. Okay, and now just look into the agent attributes. The first thing that comes around is the role. Okay, define the agent's function and expertise within the group. Okay, so this is the rule of the definition. Then comes goal, or basically the purpose. If I'm talking about the individual's objective that guides the agent's decision making. So this is the goal for that particular agent. Then comes backstory. Okay, now backstory when I'm talking about provides context and personality to the agent, enriching the interaction. Okay, so backstory, it means that you have to give a lot more in detail. So let me just add the backstory so that you can actually understand what is going on. Okay, so with respect to the backstory, let me just add all the strings. Okay, so this part will be a bit long. So okay. So right now, see, this is a big prompt, so I didn't write it manually, rather than I simply copied it. Okay. So right now, just look into the backstory and just try to understand. So here we are telling that you are an expert research analyst with advanced web research skills. You excel at finding, analyzing, and synthesizing information, okay, from across the internet using search tools. You were skilled at distinguishing reliable resources from unreliable ones. Then comes fact checking, cross referencing information, and identifying key patterns and insights. And you provide well organized research. So basically, I'm just telling the entire backstory for this senior research analyst agent. Okay, so that when I'm talking about, if I try to do the search, okay, then it will try to understand, okay, now this is basically the job with all the descriptions. Okay, so giving a proper backstory is very, very important when you are working with respect to agents. Okay, so sometimes the backstory can be more than 100 lines also. Okay, when you are trying to give a lot of details, but right now we have just kept it small. Okay, but yes, it can be very, very big because here you give all the details. Mm, because the backstory should be detailed. If it is not detailed, then your answers, okay, or the result which will be given by the agent, it won't be very good. Okay, so that's why very, very important with respect to the backstory. Okay, so right now three things that we have discussed. The first one is the role. Okay, then comes the goal, and then finally comes the backstory. Okay, so the next thing, okay, so, if I talk about okay, so I have talked about, okay, now let's look into some other parameters, okay, uh, that I can use here. Right, this one can be false allowed delegation. Okay, so I told that one agent can work with another agent. Okay, so that is this particular parameter. So allow the agent to delegate task to other agents. Okay, by default it is false, so like I can add it here in the code also. Okay, so like allow underscore delegation, this is false. Okay. So this particular parameter, and then verbose is equal to true, because this one I need, because all the results will be print out in my terminal. Okay, for that I have kept it. And now the most important part that comes. Okay, so here I need to add a comma. Okay, now the tools. Okay, now this is where I'll be telling this particular agent one will be using which tool. Okay, because every agent will have access to a certain tool. Okay, so right now I'm giving agent one access to the web search tool that I have created. Okay, so let me just add it inside an array search. Okay, underscore. Sorry, not this one. Okay, so this is the one, the tool that I am adding. Okay, and then the next thing. Okay, if I want to give access to some other, so let's take, okay, probably to the LLM also. So that is also possible. So for this, like which LLM that I can pick up is equal to LLM. Okay, so directly I can pass these parameters, and these parameters are only required for now. Okay, and we have defined our agent one. I think this part is clear. Okay, because as you can see, this is just a small thing that I am telling. So this is the job of agent one. Okay, it will try to research, analyze, and then try to bring out the information. Okay, from reliable web sources. Okay, and we will try to look into the sources also. It's not like that we cannot see it. We will be seeing that information. What are the sources where it has actually looked for the information? Okay, now my first agent is done. Okay, now I will try to work with the agent 2, and then finally I will try to connect with them. So hash agent 2, which is basically the content writer. Okay, so here also in the same way that I'm talking. Okay, so let's create a variable where I'll be calling the agent class. So content writer is equal to the agent. Okay, and then the same things that I have to do for this particular agent also. First I have to define a goal. Okay, just like our last time. So role, goal, backstory, here also I have to provide all those information. Okay, so let me just quickly give the role. Okay, the role is basically I will say a content writer for now. Content writer. The next thing that comes is basically the goal. Okay, so for goal, when I'm talking about, okay, so what will be the goal of a content writer? I will say like once it has received all the research, okay, then it will try to transform that information into better one. Okay, something like that. Okay, so I will just write here transform research. Okay, findings. Okay, because this is the result of agent one. Okay, research findings that it will be doing. So I will just write this transform the research findings for into engaging. Okay, like articles, it can be blog post. Okay, it can be anything. Okay, so if I just write here blog posts, okay, that is also possible. Okay, while maintaining accuracy, the result or basically the source of the information, okay, that it will try to like uh, add it in the blog. It should be very very accurate, so that's why we are also giving the term like maintaining accuracy. Okay, uh, so this is the goal for this particular agent. You can write it much more, okay, but for now I think this goal is sufficient. Now, the next thing after the goal, we need to define the backstory, and the backstory is a long information basically, as you can see here. Similarly, like you are an expert in content writing, okay, we'll be adding that backstory. Okay, so backstory equal to, okay, then a long piece of string that I'll be just adding it. Okay. So right now, if you look into the backstory that I've given for this particular agent, content writer, you are a skilled content writer specialized in creating engaging, accessible content from technical research. You work closely with the senior research analyst and excel at maintaining the perfect balance between the informative and entertaining writing. Okay, while ensuring all the facts and citations from the research. As you can see, this we have mentioned. This was the part that even like I try to focus on, because whenever you are getting a result from the internet, it's always good to at least validate that information. So that's why I have asked that, okay, please add the citations, okay, and everything. Now you have a talent for making complex topics approachable without oversimplifying. Okay, now this is a simple backstory that I have defined. Okay, now let me just look. Yes, agents can be yes, it can be more than a tool. Sometimes we do create custom tools also. Okay, as you can see here, like multiple type of things like response led. So a lot of things that can be configured with respect to agents. Okay, so that's why I showed you the examples directly. Okay, so that it becomes easier and directly you can jump into the documentation to do any type of changes. Okay, so once agent is done, then comes task. Okay, so that will be the next part basically. That will be talking about the task once we have done with respect to the agents, and finally we will come to the crew. Okay, the idea is to uh, start the crew. The crew will give the order to all the agents. Okay, so now we'll be working on that particular part. Okay, so this is the one, and all the other parameters that I had last time. So these are the same ones. Okay, that I'll be working with. So the first one, if I talk about, okay, so the allow delegation here also, I will just copy paste this particular parameter. Verbose is equal to true. I will keep it again the same one. Okay, and here I don't need that web search. Okay, only that LLM part that I need. So let me just give this back. Okay, so these two tools and then LLM equal to LLM. Okay, for agent 2, I'm not giving access to web search guide. As you can see, for agent 1, I have given the access to search tool, but this time no tools that I have added. It's just the internal tool, so that is default. The LLM one, if I talk about. Okay, so two things are done, and now both of my agent, the main part, okay, is done. So agent definitions has been defined. Now I will come to the task. Very, very important. Okay. The first task, I told you I have two tasks, the research task and then the content writing task. Okay. So the research task, if I talk, okay, why I make a mistake? Okay, the research task. So let me just write the task, guys, quickly. So what will be the tasks? Can anyone tell me? Okay, like you have to give all the prompts in detail with respect to the task. So I'll be just showing you. Okay. So research underscore tasks equal to uh, okay, so research underscore task. Okay, and here directly I'll be defining my task. Okay, and then I have to give all the details about the task. The first thing that comes is basically the description of the task. Okay, so the description. Okay, like what is the description simply? Okay, so that we have to give. Now, inside this particular description, okay, we'll be giving all the details. Okay, so when I'm talking about all the details, it means really all the details with respect to the research task step by step that I'll be adding. So let me just get all those. Okay, so with respect to this one, yeah. Okay, okay, so I will be just picking this up. Yeah. So right now, as you can see here, so I have given some type of task, and right now you can see the name of the task that. So conduct comprehensive research on the topic. So topic is basically the variable that we have defined above in the top. So this is basically the topic. Okay. And this particular topic that I am using. So recent developments and news, key industry trends and innovations, expert opinions and analysis, statistical data and market insights, evaluate source credibility and fact check all information, organize findings into a structured research brief, include all relevant citations and resources. As you can see, like this is a high level description that I have given here. Okay, so I can directly close this task here. Okay, so now this description is basically done. Then comes like after the description, what will be the expected output? Okay, so this is the next one. So you need some type of sample, okay, to provide it. So expected output is the next one. So as you can see here, it's pretty much about prompting. You need to write very good prompt. I hope everyone can understand this. It means that you have to actually analyze with respect to simple English language. You are writing the prompt. Okay, and then the agents are working. So this is one of the cool things about agents, like agentic AI. Okay, it means that manually, like everything, you don't need to code. But yes, I will say that it's not like you can handle them to a certain constraint, but not like with respect to programming languages. Because with respect to programming languages, if I'm talking about, so just think about, okay, if you are creating a website and when I'm telling that please do a login, then you have to write your username, okay, and password. So there I know in the username I cannot give any type of like special string. Now there are constraint, but here when like your agentic AI or basically your agents will try to do the search, it can get any type of information. It's not necessary, it can be only text, it can be tables, it can be markdown, it can be JSON data, it can be CSV, TSV, any type of data. So where if I try to compare like traditional programming with respect to like agentic AI, so there where it differs, it's completely dynamic with respect to agents when we are working with. It can take any type of data. Okay, all we need to is make the agent prepared beforehand. That yes, this is the incoming type of data that we'll be getting. So this is one of the best things that I feel that okay with respect to agents. Now let me get an expected output. Okay, so I will just add this particular output. Okay, so this is one of the expected one. So as you can see here, a detailed research report containing executive summary of key findings. Okay, so I'm just telling like in the output what I want. Okay, so a detailed output. Then comes comprehensive analysis of current trends and developments. Then comes list of verified facts and statistics. Okay, all citations and links to original sources. This is one of the most important point. Like at any point of time, if you want to do research, just pass out this information. Okay, and you can directly all the links and the citations to the research papers and other things that will be given to you. Clear categorization of main themes and patterns. Okay, and please format with clear sections and bullet points for easy reference. And even later on we will tell you that even if you want the file, okay, it will make a heading also h1 h3 just like in markdown. That can also be done. Okay, so a lot of flexibilities are available here. And finally that comes is basically the agent part. Okay, now this particular task will be attached to which agent? Yes guys, now this particular task of comprehensive research including, so this will be attached to our first agent if you remember. So this is the senior research analyst. I will just copy this particular object, okay, or basically because this is the object of the class agent, and I'll be directly attaching it here. So pretty much easy stuff. Okay, so nothing fancy here. Okay, so right now I have defined the task, but this task will be done by which agent? You have to just attach that. Okay, so this is basically the agent, okay, that you need to work with. Okay, so similarly for content writing also, if I'm talking about the next task that I'll be talking about is our content writing. The task 2, the content writing. Now for this again the same thing. Okay, I have to call the task class. Okay, and for this, so let me just start with a variable. So something like writing. Okay, task equal to, okay, now the next thing that I can simply again I have to call my task and all those things that I have added last time, even I have to add it for this particular task also. Okay, so one of them was description if you remember. Now in the description what I have to give, okay, all the details. So directly if I say, so I will just add those details so that you get a quick understanding, because again a big prompt that comes into the picture. Okay, so writings, okay, z, okay, yes, task with respect to description. Okay, all right, description equal to blank. Mm, all right, I will just attach two blocks. Yes. All right, so this is just the description. Okay, so for now, okay, so this is the part. Yes. All right, so if you just look into the text that I have added, okay, I will change the indentation, don't worry, but just look into this particular description. So transform the technical information into an accessible content. Okay, now this is basically the idea if I talk about, okay, with respect to the writing task. Okay, so just wait, let me just take this entire thing. Okay, I'll just delete it, okay, and paste it here. Yeah. So this is better. Okay. So right now, as you can see here directly, so transform technical information into accessible content, maintain all the factual current accuracy and the citations from the research. Okay. Attention grabbing introduction, as you can see, like introduction of that article, it should be attention grabbing. Okay. It means that, okay, it will try to write in that way. Then comes well structured body sections with clear headings. Okay. Now for content writing, all the rules for the content writing you can add. So for example, if you want like the first header to be H1, then probably after that you want the main content to be in H2. All those definitions that can be done. Okay, preserves all the citation in source URL format. Okay, you can see even the format for the site like citations. Okay, like in some other use cases with respect to like technical research, probably somebody might create an appendix. Okay, and inside that appendix, all the links. Okay, that can be added. So that is also possible. Okay, so in this way, you need to add it. Then the next thing that comes is basically your expected output. Again, expected output. Again, a huge amount of text is there. Okay, so I will just try to get it. Okay. So now the expected output for this particular task, because yes, I have given all the instruction to this, like all the instruction for this particular task to be done. But again, like what is the output that I want? Okay, so that is important. So right now, as if you look here, so the first thing is a polished blog post, okay, in markdown format, engages the readers while maintaining the accuracy, contents properly structured sections. Okay, includes the inline citations, hyperlink to original source URL. Then comes presents information in an accessible yet informative way. And you can see like follow markdown, very, very important because finally I will be showing you the markdown file only. Okay, so the result is completely in Markdown, which is supported by many like blog platforms. If I'm talking about, use H1 for title and H3 for subsections. So the rules have been added. Okay, now the next thing is you need to add the agent. Now, this particular task will be used by which agent? Which is basically our content writer agent. Okay, so my content writer agent is this one. Yes, I will just copy this content writer. Okay, and I will add it here. Okay, so I have added it. Okay, and finally, if I talk about, okay, so I need to close this one. Uh, all right, now it is closed. So this particular task is also done. So if I talk about, okay, so I will just decrease the font, okay, little bit, just to show you everything in high level what we have done till now. First, we have done the basic imports with respect to agent, task, crew, okay, and LLM. As you can see, till now we have not worked with crew, but soon we'll be working with. Then comes, I've just given a random topic for now. Okay, so which I'll be doing the testing with. Then comes your LLM. So right now I picked up from the OpenAI family, but you are like you can use any other families like the Anthropic ones, okay, Olama and others. Then comes this is our agent, the first agent that I have created, the senior research analyst. Okay, and I have given what is the role of this particular agent, what is the goal of this agent, and then comes the backstory. Okay, and this particular agent won't be manipulating any other agent. So that's why the delegation task is right now false. Okay, I want my results to be printed in terminal. That's why verbose is equal to true and tools is equal to search tool, because for this particular agent I want to perform a web search. Okay, so because of that particular information, I have attached it. Okay, and then finally comes our content writer agent. So this is basically the role, the goal, and the backstory. Okay, so these things are pretty much simple, and I think everybody should be clear because this is pretty much simple English language instructions that we are providing to the agent. Okay, so that is one of the cool things here. Okay, now the task is done, guys. Okay, now I need to get my the crew. If I'm talking about, so if you understand, okay, so when I talk about the first level of hierarchy that comes, okay, so this entire thing, the top level organization, I'll be getting the crew now. Okay, so let's define the crew first. Okay, so let me take, so I can directly write crew equal to this crew class that I have. Okay, now inside this particular class, okay, like I'll be adding few things. First of all, agents. So first of all, what are the agents that I have? I have two agents with me. The first agent is the senior research analyst agent. Okay, so I'll be just adding that inside the crew. Okay, and then comes our second one, which is basically the content writer. Okay, so this is the second agent that I have. I will just copy the name of this one. Okay, or basically I'm calling the object directly, as you can see, for that particular class with respect to Python programming, if I talk about. Okay, so agents I have defined. Now come the tasks part, because those things needs to be executed also. So tasks. Okay, so I have two tasks with me. One is basically the first task is the research tasks. Okay, so let me just copy this one and add it here. Okay, and the second one that I have is the content writing task. Okay, or basically the complete writing, editing, and other stuff that it will try to. Okay, so I have added in the crew. Okay, so I'm telling that, okay, so I have added the agents, I have added the task. What is the next thing? Okay, so finally, like I want all the results to be shown in my terminal. So that's why verbose is equal to true that I am adding. Okay, and I am good to go. Okay, because this is ready and I just need to just call this object. Okay, so that everything starts off. Okay, the idea is to kick off this entire orchestration. Generally, CrewAI uses the term kick off. Okay, it means that kick off the project or somehow start the project, this entire execution. I will just write like result equal to, I'm just saving this just like a variable for now. Okay, so crew dot. Okay, so kickoff, as you can see, as I told, we can directly write it and then we have to pass the inputs. So what are basically the input to this? Okay, so my input is, can anybody tell me what is the input, guys? The input is basically the topic, if you remember, that was the first thing that we had. Okay. And actually, I need to keep this within a dictionary format. Okay, so that's why it's coming input with respect to just input came around, okay, and equal to with respect to the topic. Yeah, I think now I'm good to go. Yes, so everything is ready. Okay, and finally, like I can simply say a print result will help me to understand. Okay, all right. All right, so majorly with respect to the task is done, guys. Okay, so no more coding into this particular file. This file has been completely done. Okay, so like any type of question that you want me to ask, okay, I can. Yes, I can create a custom tool also. Okay, because right now I'm looking into the chat. Okay, so yes, custom tools can be done. Okay, so can we get the Git repo? Okay, see, right now this is just a single file. I have not created any repo for this particular demo if I'm talking about. Okay, but yes, I can do that. Okay, but later on add it like in the comments. Okay, so that I will be doing it later. But for now, as you can see, like this is not tough if I talk about. Like if I talk about the fundamentals of deep learning, the mathematics and the other stuff, those things were tough with respect to reinforcement learning, pure mathematics that comes. But here it's not so much tough. Like you really don't need to deal with. You just need to write very good prompts. Okay, so that's why prompt engineers are right now pretty much trending. Okay, I can say. Okay, but again, you have to understand with respect to the development prospect also. Okay, so not to a certain level, prompt engineers can do it, but again, at the end of the day, you need AI engineers for complete customization. All right, guys. So this part I have added now. I will just try to execute and let's see that everything works or not. Okay, probably that I can get some error also. Okay, so let me just. Uh, so the first thing that I'll be picking up is Python. Okay, and then it's app.py. Okay, let me see what happens here. Okay, it looks like I'm not done the installation of those tools. Okay, so quickly let me just do the installation. Okay, pip install. One was CrewAI, if you remember. Okay, then comes CrewAI tools. Okay, and finally Streamlit. Okay, I know the name of all the packages, so I'm just writing. Otherwise, I can just do pip install -r requirement.txt also. So that is also fine with me, no issue. Okay, so .env. Now this installation will take some time. Okay, so I forgot to do the installation in the first step, but yes. For me, already these packages are installed, so it will be just picking up from the cache directly. Okay, you can create an agent that convert text into yes SQL queries. Again, that is possible with a RAG also. It is possible. Duskiban. Okay, so the kickoff text of the running the agents and then agent to yes Ravindra. That's the exact thing. Okay, so where is the report going to be stored? The output. But right now, it will be just downloaded in my local machine. See, when I will be building that web application with respect to Streamlit, then I'll be adding that downloading functionality. But right now in this script, I have not added anything. Okay, it's pure just the core Creo AI part. Later on, this particular application, I'll be putting it on top of the Streamlit app. Okay, so that will be the next part of the demo. But at least let's see everything is working fine. Can you create this in a way that the topic can be inputted by us, sir? Yes, yes, Priya, that's the exact thing that we are going to do. Okay, because in the Streamlit app, I will be giving you a text area where you can actually write those things. This is enough for any agent. So this is the most basic agent, guys. Okay, now this is the most simple thing that we are discussing. It can be more complex. An agent can do a lot of things. Okay, like inside the agent, like there can be multiple type of tasks. You have to think in that way. Right now, here I have given an agent a single task, but you can give like an inside an agent. There are multiple tasks. Okay, so multiple tools it's using. It can be much more complex architecture, but for now we have kept it simple. Okay, so guys, I have done the installation. Okay, and it looks good. So let me just execute this Python app.py. Let me say there. I can get error also. No restrictions are there. Where is this available in Udemy? No, no. So till now, like I think Agentic AI course is coming up in live classes only. Okay, and probably like within the next like 1 month or 2 months, it will be coming in Udemy also. Okay, but for not for now, Shantanu. Are you going to share the code files after the session? Yes, it will be shared, like in the comments or somewhere. Like I will ask the team. Okay. Okay, your tasks are mapping with respect to a crew. Okay, so let me just look into this particular format once. Okay, okay, kick off. Inputs is equal to. Okay, so this was the dictionary format. Probably I might have done some mistake. Mm, Okay, so this is the error. Let me just look into the format once. Okay, I forget the core topic actually. Okay, so inputs is equal to. First, I have to provide a key topic. Okay, and this is the one. Okay, so I think now I'm good to go. The error should be solved. Inputs is equal to okay. All right. Okay, so right now, as you can see, I've given verbose is equal to 2. So basically, you can look into the task. The agent, the senior research analyst, and for that particular agent, you can see this is the task. Conduct comprehensive research on medical industry using generative AI, recent developments and news, key industry trends. Okay. And based on that, if I talk about, okay, thought, okay, now the agent is basically like the thought of the agent. I need to start my research by searching for recent developments. Okay, you can see that. Okay, now CrewAI gives that scenario like what the agent is thinking. So that particular thought. Then comes this agent is using which tool? Search the internet. Then comes tool input. Okay, so generative AI in the medical industry, recent developments and news. Okay, so little bit paraphrasing with respect to the topic that I have provided. And finally, you can see some answer here. If I talk like search parameters queue, okay. And here you can see some sources are also there, like geo.gov products. Okay, so medical devices. Okay, so yes, Deloitte.com, I can see. Okay, then comes binbrim.net. Okay, so multiple sources are come. So this is basically the tool output, and I will say that yes, the research is done. Okay, and with all the important things. Okay, so this output looks good to me. Now the next thing after fetching this, okay, then again this particular agent, the senior research analyst agent, okay, with the thought is coming based on the search result. I have collected a significant amount of information about recent developments and news about Gen AI in medical industry. This include industry trends such as Gen AI. Okay, and you can see like lot of descriptions. The sources have been given: US Gov, McKinsey, Forbes, Harvard Medical School. Okay, so it has picked up from good places. I can say like the top 20-30 results. Okay, from the Serpent Dev API. Okay, and finally, like based on this, the complete parameters have been shown. Okay, like see guys, all these things are being shown right here. Okay. Now, the next thing, because so many information I'm not going to read for you, but I'll be showing you when I'll be showing with respect to uh, basically the Streamlit app. Okay, but for now, you can see a lot of things that have been finally, and you can see like content length exceeded, summarizing content to fit the model context. Okay, it's fine for me. Okay, so I can simply understand it's working. Okay, all right. Now the next thing. So let's start working with the Streamlit app. Okay. So right now 9:51. So probably it will take just 15 to 20 minutes, much more. Okay. Because I have the boilerplate with me and the app is working fine. Okay. So quickly, what I will do, I will just try to start working with the Streamlit app. Okay. So when I'm working with respect to Streamlit, okay. So let me just copy paste all the major ones. So from my app.py. Okay, so I'll be just copy pasting everything to my Streamlit app. Okay, because this is the same file that I am using, but with some type of changes just because of Streamlit, guys. Okay, now in Streamlit there are certain things that I need to take care of. Okay, so I'm just quickly taking those things and discussing with you. Okay, so the first thing is I need to work with import Streamlit uh, as st. Okay, yes, so this is the input that I have given. Okay, and right now you can see till now the research is going. Okay, you can see some type of result. Okay, and finally see this is just a simple like task of the final answer of the research analyst. Till now it will be going. So I don't want to show you everything here, but let's start working. It will be better to show you inside the app directly. So the first thing is like Streamlit configuration page. Okay, so here just these are the most basic things with respect to Streamlit. Okay, the page configuration settings where I am passing the title of the page, and then comes the what will be that header. Okay, then comes the title and the markdown. So simple title and description for a web page, just you do in HTML and CSS. Now the next thing quickly I will just get with respect to the other handlers. Okay, so like I need the sidebar. Okay, I'll be creating a sidebar, guys, this time. So I'll be just showing you how the sidebar will look like. Okay, in high level. Okay, but yes, it will take some time. So let me just minimize this because see right now in the terminal the execution that I have done. So this is the final answer that I got. Okay, generative node personal research. Okay, so this is the final block that is ready actually for us. Okay, so the blog is ready in the terminal, but again, to decode everything from here, it will be tough. So right now, as you can see, I'm just creating a sidebar inside Streamlit. Okay, and I'm telling that content settings. So I'm here, I'm telling enter the topic. Okay, so this is the place, the text area where you can directly pass the thing. Then height is 100 is more than enough. Okay, so height is pretty long. Placeholder, enter the topic. Okay, this I'm adding it. Then comes mark down the LLM settings. So here I'm just adding one thing because last time, if you remember, when I have defined my LLM, okay, I have not given any type of advanced settings. You can play with the temperature, higher the better. Okay, for more creativity, so that can be added. And now the next thing that comes, okay, so here I have added the temperature part also, guys. So simply you can understand this. Okay, now finally with this expander. Okay, so There are some more information about the web app, okay, that we have entered here. So entering the desired content topic, then comes like play with the temperature. So free instructions have been given in your app, which will be shown to you directly. Okay. And now in the next thing is directly see that particular content that I have. Okay. I will just pick it up. Uh, okay. And I will just paste it here. Okay. Because this is the same piece of code that I have. So I'm not going to rewrite the entire code. But yes, so this is the main function, the generate function. Okay. So right now what I have done, see, I have just created a function dev generate content. Okay. And this is an argument, the topic argument. Okay. Now from here, it will get the argument. If you remember from here, topic, this topic, that I'll be keeping it in text area. Okay. So you can actually enter your own topic also, and you can do your research directly. Okay. So, here in the temperature, the range is between 0 to 1, but the default value that we are using is 0.1. So you can change the default value settings from the slider, because the slider will be given to you in Streamlit. So if I talk about, so most of the things are done. Okay. And with respect to the code, okay. So in this particular function, it's the same thing, LLM that has been added, search tool. Okay. So exact same piece of code that I have attached it, but kept it inside a function. And you can just see the return type of this function. The return type is directly that I'm not keeping the result inside a variable, just like last time I have done it. If you remember, in the last time I kept it in the result variable. This time I have just changed it, okay, and I'm directly returning the result to me, rather saving it. And now you can see there is a download button that I am telling that the content of the content writer which has been generated, even you can download that. Okay, so that will be a markdown file. So this particular option also that we are giving directly. Okay, now this particular application will take some time for execution. So let me just open the terminal once. Yes, I think here the executions were going. Okay, now I will run the Streamlit app, guys. Okay, so to run a Streamlit app, okay, you should know that first you have to write Streamlit, then run, okay, and then the Streamlit underscore app that I have. Okay, now this is basically the format. Okay, so let me just run it. Hope the app works perfect. Okay, it might take some time. Okay, so this is the local host port. The app should open. Sometimes it create problems because the app is up and working. All right, let me check, because here there is no error, but there is a problem with respect to the app. It looks like. Just wait, let me have a check. Hmm. Okay, I've just stopped the application. It looks like any other executions are going on. I will just kill all the applications which are running here. Hmm. Okay, all right. Let me now try. Okay, because probably that port was getting used. Okay, so the application was not working. Streamlit run. The app is taking some time to load. It's taking too much time actually. Hmm. Sorry guys. So looks like because here the code is up and working. Okay, and I can see the results also here. Okay, okay, this is the Streamlit. Okay, it looks like I have executed a different one. Okay, just wait. Streamlit run app. Okay, it's the wrong one. Okay, yes. Now I hope that it should work. All right. So if I just show you this one, okay. So right now, this is the EY of this particular app that we have built, guys. Okay. So and I think this is visible to everyone. So content research and writer powered by CrewAI right now. Okay. Is the network URL? No. So actually, my port was already used by another application. Okay. So that's why. Okay. I stopped that application. Now it's working fine. So enter the topic. So something like if I talk about the uses of generative AI in medical industry. Okay, so this was the last time if you remember the prompt. Okay, now the default one is the temperature. Okay, now it will take some time for sure, but guys, okay, we can see some type of result. Okay, because the response time of the API and then again your LLM will actually look into that and it will finally do complete the research. So that takes time. So here it's not like within 3 milliseconds you will get the response. Okay, so internally the LLM is doing the processing and we have selected that GPT-4 for now. Okay, so let's see and just I will show you how finally things looks like. Okay, and behind the scenes, you can directly look into the terminal just for better understanding. See, in the terminal, okay, so once I have started the execution, okay, so if you look into, so see, I have run the Streamlit app.py. Okay, after that, you can see the research analyst task that came. Okay, now it's actually doing the research and it will finally come up. Long time it takes, so, but let's look into. And finally, like once the content is generated, then only we can try to download it in markdown file format. Save the file. Yes, we'll be saving the file. Don't worry. Like whatever the research is there, we will try to save it. Okay. Shubha, my boss. Is the network you can works on internet? Yes, you can try that. Okay, sir, can we create online courses like this, please? Yes, we are actually. See, first, like recording actually takes time, much more as compared to like providing live classes, guys. Okay, live, I know that I can directly go and deliver, but for recording a complete setup, a complete like an isolated area, okay, and it takes little bit of time. Then comes that video editing journey, a lot of things that comes into picture. So delivering a recorded content takes more time as compared to a live. So yes, this Agentic AI course, okay, which Mac has told you about, okay, for sure it will be coming in Udemy in the next few months. Okay, but we are starting with the live courses first, and this topic is right now very very hot. You can say in 2025 and like the third and the fourth quarter of 2024. Okay, but yes, like land graph, very very important. Like I thought about discussing about Creo AI, but I love land graph much more if I talk with respect to production work. If you can ask, okay, so yes, it's really like when you are working with the langchain ecosystem, okay, with respect to production works, it's tough but it's possible. It's not like that it cannot be done. Okay, so let's hope the content gets generated now. It should be done. Okay, let me look into the terminal because from the terminal I will get to know. Okay, you can see like so many type of like generative AI applications in medical industry. Again, the search query. Okay, it will try to like see generative AI in disease diagnosis. See, you can see the query is getting modified. It's not like that. The one that I have given, it's hard coded. The agent is smart. Okay, so like it will try to rephrase that into multiple ways, but the semantics will be the same. Okay, so the meaning is same, and based on that, it's trying to find see generative AI and drug discovery. I haven't told anything about that, but it understood, and it's then changing it. So it's cool, like with when you are working with respect to agents. Okay, it's very good because few things are there where I feel that traditional programming there is a constant with respect to like working with agents. It's much more flexible. Okay, so many see that's why if the researcher is taking so much time to do the research, okay, then again the content writer will also take some time. Okay, you can see like a LLM light called okay, and the input of the tokens must be generated. Okay, now lot of research is going on inside this. We have not given any text length right now, but let's see. Okay, so it looks like search the internet search query and based on the following formats is done. Okay, now the content writer work will start soon. The first part task is done, guys. Okay, now the next part will start for the execution. Okay, it's trying to look for more sources. Great. That's a good thing. Okay, so here we have not restricted, and right now, even if I talk about the number of searches, okay, that I have restricted it to 10. Okay, you can see based on those 10. So probably I can decrease this number, okay, so that you get your output in a faster way. That is also possible. Later on, you can play with this, okay, and this thing because the source code will be available for sure. Okay. All right, now let's get back because of this. Generating the content is time taking, and every time you can see there is a credits one. Okay, so whenever you are spending the credits in Surfer AI, you have to understand. Okay, so this thing also I'm just telling you about. You have to understand that whenever you are working with, okay, so you have credits. Okay, so that's why credits left. So whenever you are doing a single search for a single post, so you will be exhausting that particular credit. Application in healthcare, yes, anywhere it can be done. Okay, now see if I am doing for like medical industry or research, so you have to change the instructions here with respect to the task. Okay, like the first of all with respect to agents. Okay, like then you will write a like a technical. Okay, so something like a biotechnology content writer, in that way you will be mentioning. Okay, so you will be doing all the changes with respect to the goals and the backstory, very important. And then comes detailed instruction about your task. Okay, which is very important. These, so any type of industry, guys, you can do. Just think about your LLM has the power, okay, to just like explore a certain thing. Okay, for example, like if I'm talking about medical, okay, any other like business, finance, insurance, anything. If ChatGPT knows that, okay, then it can easily process. If ChatGPT doesn't know, then you will perform a web search simply, or probably you can provide some type of documents also. You can create an agent which will only look into your documents, like your RAG application within an agent, as very specific agent. So in that way, you can actually customize things. In generative in AI interviews, you will be asked a lot about SLMs and LLMs. Okay, with respect to fine tunings, with respect to RAG, different type of RAG architecture, CRAG, BRAG. Okay, so those are. Uh, Reduce the search output to one, you will quickly. Yeah, so that is the thing. But I was hoping that I will quickly get the result. Hmm. Hmm. It's fine because I think this is the last one. I hope that it won't ask for more. Otherwise, I will just stop the execution and I will change this number of search result. Okay, because looks like 10 is more. But yes, the idea is to do more thorough research. That I give 10 at least. Okay, but I can change this to 1 just to show you results faster. But let's see whether it's doing more search or not. Okay, so you can see the rate limit token that has been applied on top of the API directly. Because till now it's in execution, so we haven't received any type of error. But I think that it's good. Just wait for 1 or 2 minutes, and finally I can show you that part. Okay, just leave it. Okay, it's taking a lot of time just to do this. Okay, probably I can just stop this execution and let me change the number of search results to one only. It doesn't matter what type of research it does. Okay, but the idea is that everything should be executable. Okay, so n is 1. See guys, I have just changed the number here. Okay, I'm just updating it. Okay. I will just start the Streamlit app once more. Okay, so okay, let me just click on generate content quickly. Hope that everything starts quickly, because one complete page also takes time. Let's see. Page install CrewAI. It's giving me error. How it can give you error if I show you here? Okay, so like see, CrewAI GitHub. Okay, so if I talk about the quick tutorial and the analysis, okay, so, and even the PYP project is there. PYPY CrewAI. I don't think you should get an error here. CrewAI. So this is the official. Okay, so pip install Crew. So yes, the project is live. Okay, so I don't think it will be a problem regarding installation. Okay, Amrita, you can just have a look. Okay, and just try to use a Python version more than 3.11. So at least the basic requirement for this. Why so many professional developers prefer not to use AI? I feel that even as a developer with respect to the AI community, okay, please, and the question that you have asked, I feel that even like I will stick to LangGraph much more, because I feel that developers are there who are sticking to like LangGraph with the LangChain like entire ecosystem. Okay, because all the different type of tools are there, so more developers are sticking towards that. But again, there are like developers who are working with CrewAI also. It's just like LangChain with respect to Llama Index. You think about the market dominance is towards LangGraph if I talk about, as compared to like lesser part with respect to CrewAI. But yes, both the things, I can say both the frameworks can perform equally. It's not like that QAI cannot do something, which like there are some cons if I talk about, but majorly it can perform all of your major tasks. So that's why all tech giants are using it. Okay, so this project is there. Okay, now let me just see. Okay, last research. I hope that this gets executed quickly and I can close this session, guys. Okay, just waiting for the final execution to be completed. Okay, so fine, not an issue. So right now, the research one is throwing. You can see the content writer task has started right now. If I talk about, okay, so the content writer has started doing the task. Okay, and finally, like soon it will be here. Okay, so you can see right now the generated content. Okay, so the revolutionary impact of generative AI, decoding its application across industries. Okay, So because here I've given just generative AI applications. Okay. Generative AI healthcare. Okay. Marketing sphere with respect to this. And here you can see this dot. Okay. So like you can directly click on this download content. Okay. And you can see that the file will be downloaded into your systems. Okay. So something like an generative AI. Okay. And you can open it with VS Code directly. So let me just show you with respect to VS Code here. So here I can just show you, yes. So you can see the markdown file which has been generated. Okay. So yes, it works good, I will say. Okay. Now, I few things are missing till now, but I know that yes, improvement can be done on top of this particular application. Okay. So that's why I feel that it's great. Okay. And with respect to the source code, guys, it will be provided somewhere in the comments. So don't worry about that. I hope that everyone enjoyed this session. Okay. Because now these things only we will be discussing in our upcoming Agentic AI course, which is going to launch on like the last week of January. Okay. Where we'll be highly focusing on other frameworks also, like LangGraph, CrewAI, AutoGen. Okay. Phi Data, one of the most recent ones. I hope guys everyone enjoyed this session. Okay. All right. Bye bye everyone. We'll just stop sharing.